Hello and welcome to your daily dose of Satoshi's news. Today's date is Wednesday, the 29th of October, 2025, the year BSV comes alive. Branch of Threads, expand your mind with treechat.ai or your post put on chain. Right, let's see what we've got today. Just going to go through some articles in my profile. Some of them are quite funny. It did make me laugh, actually. We'll just go over what's going on. Got an article here from Cointelegraph saying Wirex shutdown ends. UK watchdog targets HTX. That's Huobi. Global Express. There's a hurricane going right the way across the west side of the Jamaican island, exactly where one of my fellow friends is staying. Haven't heard from him. Hope he's all right. Got to talk about this email from Satoshi Taufini about brute forcing an a Bitcoin address. And he said, just by chance, I have my initials. And then we all learn about the one CSW address. Brilliant. We'll then go through the figures as we normally do to see what's up with what is going down. Then we'll finish with some 365 days of Bitcoin history. And then that'll be the end of the show. Right, let's get into it.
Satoshi, like a cowboy in the West, riding on the blockchain that they call the very best. 1 million strong, and transactions flying free. Just wait for the Terra node, you'll surely see.
Here we go then. Right, let's start off with my profile here. So Mort said here, and I've put here, pay attention. He said, don't put any more into BTC crypto than you can afford to lose, because that's exactly what is about to happen if you continue to hodl. And again, Chief Mike A. Love said, I just want to know when, so I can confidently open some shorts and forget about them until Valhalla. For fuck's sake, perp trading is hard. And Mort said, if it were easy, anyone would do it. So how long is he giving notice to the market for? Who knows, but I suspect it's genuine, because Mort is an exceptionally well-connected and good developer. So he knows what's coming, and he's saying, don't put any more into BTC crypto than you can afford to lose. The writing is there. It's been posted. He's saying, don't do it. He's trying to help. But, whether the shitcoiners, shit for brains will, take note, who knows? But that's on them. Basil the Great said here, this is absolutely a horrific call. A London woman calls in and cries her eyes out in desperation. She says, we're not racist, we're petrified. What are these politicians doing to us? They're putting everyone in danger. I don't leave the house without a man. My local shop has had 3 stabbings, 1 murder. My friend was murdered last year. A girl I know was murdered in the park. I'm begging my son to leave the country. My cousin was murdered. Our friends, our family are dying. And again, it's all part of the Kalergi plan. It's absolutely disgusting, but it's satanic, which is why I've said here. It's the Satanists running the show, literally. A 3,000-year-old satanic conspiracy stemming from the book of Samuel, 1 Samuel 15:3. And the evidence is there. It's an absolutely heartbreaking phone call that was. And Elon Musk also saying, he said, civil war is inevitable. Just a question of when. And that was in response to Gadstad saying there will be civil war. And that was in response to John James saying, you can smell the anger across the UK tonight. Decent people have had enough. Yeah, they've had enough, but they have no idea what's going on. And Elon saying civil war in Britain is inevitable, just a question of when. Well, the thing is, though, I think he might be part of them, and civil war is precisely what they want. Out of chaos comes order, out of devastation comes control. So my response to that was, this is what they want. It's all planned. The only thing that can prevent civil war is a financial revolution. So they can't enrich themselves, because if it's a civil war, then we're certainly not going to win that one. Like jeepers. And check this out. Would you believe it? Basil the Great also reported here saying, breaking, Bill Gates says climate change will not lead to human demise. He says governments should focus on health and poverty issues instead. In a stunning pivot from one of the world's biggest climate alarmists, Bill now says we need to have other priorities. It was always overblown nonsense. Net zero is a scam. Get that. Of all the people, Climate change is not going to end human civilization. Yeah, but he will. Him and his globalist buddies. Jeepers. Jeepers. But anyway, he's turning his tail. But I mean, that's why they're heating things up. Cranker has just done an awesome edit of the latest Neil Oliver video, where he's speaking to a guy from Nick who deals in gold and all that, explaining Bitcoin. Like, fantastic video that was. He knows. And there was also a video here called the This Secret Tech Tracked World Leaders. And I said, this is why the people need Bitcoin to combat the satanic surveillance state. So there was a reporter who literally found a tech that was tracking all the world's leaders like through their mobile phones. It was huge. This was really funny. Zug has put on here, he said, Gavin Mail is Johnny Bravo. Oh dear, that was funny. I do enjoy the humour in BSV. And then we've got Bev Turner just literally like pulling her hair out at a digital ID because nobody wants it, and we all know how bad it is. It's all trying to fulfill their satanic agenda of total control. And this one, Coin Bureau said here, huge Visa now supports payments in 4 stablecoins across 4 blockchains, convertible into fiat currencies. Visa also lets banks mint and burn stablecoins. And I've said Visa will eventually run on BSV. Because every digital platform will. Yeah, Visa now supports payments in 4 stablecoins across 4 blockchains, convertible into fiat currencies. Visa also lets banks mint and burn stablecoins. Mint and burning stablecoins. Like, what are you on about? But anyway, there we go. And Elon Musk has also pointed out here, he said, weird, the Atlantic Guardian and many other propaganda legacy publications would die immediately if they had to support themselves. Donations from far-left organisations disguised as charities are what keep them alive. They serve simply as a means of influencing Wikipedia, Google, etc. as fake authoritative sources. Wow. So he's exposing them. So Wired here has said Elon Musk's Grokkipedia pushes far-right talking points. Oh, so that's why he's hit back at them. But my response to Elon Musk was, for we will control all the media. And again, it's both sides. You know, I think, you know, Musk is probably playing his part on the right, and others attacking him from the left. You know, but it's all the distractions to what's going on. Digital ID and a CBDC is the main thing that they want to hide from us. And there we go. John Jr. has said here, breaking news. Vietnam has just made history. The Vietnamese Congress has passed a landmark crypto bill officially recognizing XRP, bullshit, as a legitimate solution for cross-border payments, both through the central bank for global transactions. Absolute bullshit. Absolute bullshit. You know, XRP, anybody can make XRP. It's a completely centralized ledger. You know, you've got XRP, XLM. They could just make their own. They don't need XRP's ledger. Absolute load of crap, that. But anyway, let's have a look at this. Cointelegraph saying WazirX shuts down ends. UK watchdog targets HTX Global Express. Indian exchange WazirX has ended its more than year-long shutdown, while the FCA is going after unregistered exchanges in the UK. Would you believe it? After a massive hack in 2024, Indian crypto exchange WazirX is opening for business elsewhere. Regulators like the UK's Financial Conduct Authority are tightening the screws on crypto exchanges. The FCA has issued hundreds of warnings to unregistered crypto exchanges, including Justin Sun's HTX. In Russia, the Finance Ministry is reportedly preparing to introduce more regulations for the crypto industry. On the flip side, European regulators are seeking additional sanctions on Russia. Oh, on the flip side, sounds like the same to me. Sanctions on Russia cryptocurrency exchanges, from crypto to oil. EU officials are increasingly concerned with Russia evading sanctions over its war in Ukraine. Well, we know why they want the war in Ukraine, don't we? Despite losses at some companies, Gradecoin treasuries are still gaining popularity. In the US, Hyperscale Data, a data service company, allocated $60 million for Gradecoin on its balance sheet. Read more at this week's edition of Global Express. What's this? They had a $230 million hack in July. On Thursday, WireX CEO Nishil Shetty announced that his platform would be trading again on October 24th. The exchange will initially offer zero-free trading for the first 30 days, as it's also gradually introducing trading pairs with Rupee, starting with Tether's USDT stablecoin. Dear, oh dear. UK FCA sues Justin Sun's HTX. So he's the one that owns HTX, is he? All right. What's this? Exchange traded notes versus exchange traded funds. It's all one massive scam. Good grief. And again, they're controlling the weather. Look at this. This has gone right through. This is the eye of the hurricane. It's gone right through the west side of Jamaica, which is exactly where my mate was staying. Call me a conspiracy theorist, but I think they were out to get him. That's what I think. Hope he's all right. And in one notable email to Finney, Nakamoto writes here, I just thought of something. Eventually, there will be some interest in brute force scanning Bitcoin addresses to find one with the first few characters customized to your name, kind of like getting a phone number that spells something. Just by chance, I have my initials. And again, recently, this is where we found the one CSW address. Exactly his initials, CSW. Capital C, lowercase s, lowercase w. And that was an early email to Hal Finney in January 2009. So, look at that. And that was a title from Crypto News. The many facts pointing to Hal being Satoshi. Yeah, all right, mate. Didn't have his letters in the address, did it? They were saying, oh, the address was 1NS Nakamoto Satoshi. Yeah, whatever. There we go, look. 1NS. No. He's a pseudonymous character. Why would Satoshi say, yeah, I'm going to use my initials of my pseudonym that doesn't exist? It's so ridiculous. But anyway, yeah, that's where we are in the state of the world today. Right, let's have a quick look at these figures then. $22. Hash rate 0.02. Oh, we've got a bit on there now. Network nodes 0.00. Transactions 63. There we go. Transactions creeping up. 63.12. Block size 98.82. Oh, we've got a 395 megabyte block there. Oh, 269, sorry. 18, 13, 5, 11, 19, 37, 34, 16, 30, 11, 11, 11. 40,000 times cheaper to transact on Bitcoin than Gradecoin. Oh, 16.7% more profitable to mine on Bitcoin than Gradecoin. I haven't seen that for a while. Whoa. Wonder what's caused that. Politics in the pie charts. Gradecoin. Looks like other miners 6.9 on there in terms of percentage. Other miners on Bcrash. Looks like maybe 8.7. What is this on Fisher Price Cash? Other miners 11% on there. And then can't see the one. DMCC something. Is it worth enlarging that? No, probably not. Right, anyway. We'll have a look at that tomorrow. What is this? L Software DMCC, 62.5% of the hash rate on a Fisher Price Cash. Where on earth did that come from? That's crazy. Right, anyway. Oh, check it out. So we've now got 705,926 transactions over the last 24 hours. Oh, that is going to take us into second place. Because if XRP is only going to be 677,000, we're now 705,000. Come on. All right, let's have a look at this. I'm quite looking forward to seeing this. There we go. 705,000, taking us into second place. Gregcoin in fourth, 404. XRP, a sitting duck at 677. So we're now in second place in the utility charts, literally behind the big dog that is Ethereum. Look at that, and yet we'll be like ranked down at 100 in market cap. Absolutely crazy. Wow, fascinating though. Oh, look at that. They're pushing the price down. They're pushing the price down. They don't want traders to get a whiff of what's going on, with it being 16% more profitable to mine on Bitcoin than Gregcoin. That looks like artificial price suppression going on there. To me, that's what it looks like. Orange Gateway there. So, price has gone up a little bit, just 0.04%, nothing to write home about. 23.7. So 24-hour high was 23.88, 24-hour low 29.69. So that was just at 6 o'clock today, about 5 hours ago. Interesting, something's happening then. Overall market cap, $3.6 trillion. Gregcoin down at $110,000. 24-hour high, 113, 24-hour low, 110. Just 2.8% 24-hour trade volume, $61 billion. Whoa. And the price heading south. Traders aren't going to be happy with that. No siree. Right then, let's have a look at Bitcoin and where are we? Look at the charts on the right hand side. They nearly all mirror each other. It's crazy. Right. So we should be down the bottom of this one. There we are, number 96. $22.30. Absolutely insane. And second in the charts. Look at that. Look at that price shenanigans going on there. Going down. Absolutely outrageous. But those transactions are ace. Second position behind Ethereum. Come on. Come on. Right, so on the 28th of October 2017, at BitConnect Pattaya, Thailand conference. 28th of October 2021, Facebook changed its name to Meta after Dr. Craig Wright first introduced the term MetaNet at the CoinGeek conference in London on the 30th of November 2018. So we did that 2018, and then they changed their name like 3 years later, all because of it. Amazing. Incredible. That's literally how desperate they're getting, that they'll make like one of the most successful companies change their name just to try and sort of dilute any credibility. Crazy. And there we go, 29th of October 2013, Max Kaiser predicting a $1 million Bitcoin price. Well, that hasn't happened yet. Peter Rizzo there. And then on the 29th of October 2015, Bitcoin Investor Conference, Las Vegas, Nevada. It went from October 29th to October 30th, 2015. Craig Wright explains to Nick Szabo and the watching world for the first time that Bitcoin script is Turing complete through the use of control loops, making Bitcoin a general purpose computing language. Absolutely sensational stuff. Shall we watch it? Let's see if we can have a gander at it. Here we go.
Dr. Craig, the other day can you hear us, by the way? All of us okay?
I can hear you fine.
Okay, great, thanks.
Okay.
The other day I saw you tweet something, and I think it was Bitcoin is a commodity. Did you say that?
I said money is a commodity.
Okay, thank you. I wasn't exactly sure if I remember that correctly. So can you elaborate on what you mean by that and how that relates to Bitcoin for you?
People argue about whether Bitcoin is a commodity or not. Now, it's quite simple, it is, but so is money. Throughout history, whether we're talking about gold or fiat itself, anything was actually money.
Currency, and that's primarily been for the purpose of taxation. So,
I mean, that makes certainly a point. Control.
I have not heard that opinion before. I've never heard.
You have to use a separate control loop. And in fact, we have a rather rich instruction set in Bitcoin. It's just not well defined yet. And then the next part is we have the Ethereum going out there saying we need to build a new stack because we can't loop. But no one seems to realize that Forth actually does loop. You have to use a separate control stack. It's not like a lot of code forms where you actually have a single stack. Forth and Forth-like languages use a dual stack architecture. So everything that we're talking about in derived contracts can actually be done directly in Bitcoin and the Bitcoin protocol. It's just going to take time for people to understand it.
Since you mentioned Nick, then I'm going to allow him to respond to that. You need your microphone though, sweet, or the water.
No, I have not heard that opinion before. I've never heard anybody call the Bitcoin script Turing complete, and I don't believe that's accurate.
He just said you're wrong.
The difference is the script itself isn't. What you can do is you have in Forth a control loop. So the looping function is separate to the actual loop, the script itself.
Yeah, I mean, that's an esoteric thing. If it's not Turing complete, then it's not a general purpose language like Ethereum, regardless of
but that would assume that the only way of actually
of
writing code would be to do it directly in a script that runs on the machine.
Okay, so do you have another option?
Well, this would be a good topic for you to write a paper on, because that's certainly an unconventional view you have. So,
classic line there from Nick Szabo. Yeah, maybe you should write a book on that. That's a rather esoteric thing. But we've got Joseph Van Perling there, sat there. He knew. I think that's Joseph Van Perling. Anyway, this guy in the hat, he knows that Craig is Satoshi Nakamoto, and he sat there all quietly, but respecting Craig's wishes. You've got Trace Mayer up there, yeah, Nick Szabo, amazing. Anyway, there we go. That is a 23-minute show. We'll leave it there. Hope you enjoyed it. And as ever, be aware, take care, stay safe out there, and we'll see you in the next one.
The king still has one more move.